And I'm gonna sing a song for you. And this gonna show you a thing or two. You have some fun now with me and all the gang. Learning from each other while we do our thing. It's Bill Cosby coming at you with music and fun, and if you're not careful, you may learn something. Yeah. So let's get ready, okay?
Okay. How you doing, Mushmouth? Are you Mushmouth? Okay. I don't want to stop playing. Hang on, we'll get it for Gianni. He's here. I got one of your faves. Okay. Give me a chance. Let me get to the stupid show. Let's pop on. Okay. Oh, okay, let me get your nose. Sit down. Come here. Sit! Okay. Good. This is. Okay. All yours. Go on his bed. Wow. I thought we were frozen. Oh, that's all messed up. Okay, let's go up top here. We'll just go right down from here. Magooch Management, Fluffy, Gianni, Maureen, Davey T. Joe Tom Jack. What are you doing? Gerard Sarcelli. My man. Okay, let's get set up. What's going down? Look at that brightness from that window. Snowblind. I got the sign up. Oh, that's right. I got to take. Let me take the sign down. Son of a gun. Nah. Okay. Let's see. Ta-da. Look at that, G. That's a big deal. Okay. Let's do this because we're so out of whack here. Are you not entertained? Oh, you want to be entertained? Well, go get a fucking Snickers bar. Wrap up in your mushroom chair and have fun. Paul Lee Donuts, my man. Who else got a lot of snow? Gianni, how'd you do over there? Gerard? Davey? We got hammered. And it's starting to come down here again. Snow blower out again today. You know, edging up like the leaves. It's like the leaves. Just like the leaves. We go from leaves to snow to shit to landmines to Susie 393. How are you, love? 3 inches in high winds. Yes, here too, Gerard. Wow. And then I heard some rumor Wednesday it's supposed to be 50. Some sick joke. Anybody hear that? You're supposed to get a warm up. Magoot said it's only 70 here today. Wise ass. So I tried to make sense of your show earlier. I just wanted to know what I was watching. I mean, what were me and ALB watching? You're waiting for. Do you need more snow for a snowman? I got it. Bring your wheelbarrow or your pickup truck. I have a ton of snow here. Susan wants a snowman. Huh? Magooch is laughing while he's sitting in the sun. I just wish I had a little heat from the sun right now, Magooch. Just a little bit. Monday and Tuesday, 45 in rain. You got to be kidding me. Silent One is in the building. There you go, Silent One. You could use some sun too, G. How was that, Poopa Cha Cha Cha? Ba 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 ba. How was that, Poopy? You ate it all already. Are you good? What's that mean? You're not looking at me. All good? Okay, we'll give him one of your favorite milk bones. And that'll be it. Okay, who wants ASMR today? I know Gianni does. Okay, we'll get one. Okay. Take that so soft and easy he does. I love him. Love him. We're having, I got to get a couple videos of him in the snow. You got it, Bubba. You got it. Anytime. 72 in Orlando for another one. Magooch is at 70, and the Silent One is at 72 on the radar. Nice. I'll take either or. Don't leave. Don't leave. I'm not going to do ASMR. No, you know what? That's what I get for reaching for Gianni's favorite ASMR toy. Gianni, if you would see Vito's face right now. Gianni, if I could only get at that mother. For here, look at him. Get away from Squishy. This is Squishy. Gianni don't like Squishy either. I know. I told you he didn't like Squishy. He would love just to get at this one time. All right, I'll put him down. I'll put him down. Well, it is a dog show. It's a spoiled dog show, doggy show for a pit bull. You're good. All right. Yay. You didn't knock me back into the wall. No. What's he spazzing, G? Is he having a spaz attack? Look at he's having a spaz attack. What's your problem? What's your problem? Not you, fluff tard. I'm not saying their name no more because Tony took them off our list of promotions. No more. We're not mentioning nobody. No, nothing. No more. Gianni, nothing. Not. Wait. Let me rephrase that. We're not nothing. We're not saying nothing over here. ASMR. Get it right. Listen, you watch everything from RedTube, Pornhub Tube. I mean, watch ASMR. It might just relax you instead of watching all that dirty, sloppy, dirty stuff you watch. And I'm not going to mention nothing. Okay? I'm not ruining my algorithms for you for nothing today. Nothing. No, that's right. For the win. See, what did I tell you? It's for the win. Get out of here. Get out of here. Out. 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 I don't want you here right now. Out. Get out of here. No, you people don't feel sorry for him. Out. Out. He puts a curse on me and his father every year. What happened? Oh, I'm afraid to look at my screen. I see ALV everywhere. Good ALV. Good. My sniper got him from the south. Mickey Griggs is in the building. What are you doing? The originator of MobTube, Mickey Griggs, the OG. What? The OG originator. What else could I say? Come on. What's that one called? The MC of MobTube. Take it easy. You're giving him a beating in here. You're giving him a beating. Well, the boss has spoken. What? Hang on. I'm so far behind. There's no trolling. There's no trolling in here today, or you'll get messed right up. I'm not swearing today. Susan, we're going to do good today. No trolling today. Fluffy. What the hell was that? A fart? Oh, or was that a little waggle on your tongue? What was that? Okay, give me kisses. You gotta wait. You've had enough. I can't just keep giving you treats. You gotta wait a second, okay? Take a break. Let's take a break a second. I love when he just sits there and looks at me. I'll show you in a second. And he just looks at me. I'd be lying to say, I don't know about anybody else. Does it drive you absolutely out of your skin? I have a dog that's a human here. Okay, so The night I thought he was talking to me, I think when I was passing out. I think he was like, hey, Dean, to wake up. If I swing my arms, hang on. I'll show you in a second here. Every time I go. If I swing my arms, here, watch, I'll show you. If I sing, or look out if I dance. Then he goes below. Hang on. I told you once. Don't mess with Beto. I told you. Okay. And then Susan. Okay. If I get up and they start dancing. All right, come here. This is the last one. I'm sad to show Susan. What a pain in the neck. Look at his eye on the prize right now. I wish I had the other camera going. Look at Todd Father. What's Todd Father saying in here? Okay, is he sitting? He's got to lay down for this one. Good boy. I know. He's doing all the tricks. Okay. It's a dog show. I should be doing the tricks. You didn't see one trick. I'm sorry, Susan. That's the great plan thinking over here in the director's department and producers department over here at Dean Doing Beatles. I tried to look for them boots to put his boots on. Gianni. I couldn't find them damn boots. I don't know where they put them boots. It's a dog show, but you can't see the fucking dog. I know. Leave me alone. Okay, I know. Wow. You just did 6 tricks. We didn't see one. We didn't see one of them. You know why? What I would do to you would be cruel. Okay, cruel. Okay, what I would do to you. Okay, where was I? That's the only thing that's cruel here is what would I do to you. Okay. Joe Della Mura. Hang on, Davey T. Davey T, I haven't looked at this phone. You took your bong. Give me my bong. He took the bong right off the Stony Tony's favorite toy. You took the bong, Gianni, right off the thing. Give me my bong. Now, look at this. Look at this. And that, the eagle has landed. That is a positive. Davey from Boston went through. Grazie, Davey. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Look at the steps for mankind we make over here. Okay. We'll learn how to do everything. Okay. I'm learning how to make doctor's appointments. Okay. You want to know what stress? I'll tell you what stressed me out. You know what they could do with all these doctor's appointments, Gianni, you know. You know what? You know what? The judge is throwing her 2 cents into the show right now. You know what? I swore one time. Hang on. Look, is that the real Arlene? They took Arlene Merlino's wrench too. You know what? No, don't hide her. We know where she lives. Don't hide her. Hang on. Okay. Don't ask. Don't ask. Should I say it one time? One more time. Wet and wild, don't ask. Okay. Oh, I fell out of all chat. That's why I didn't see Wet and Wild at first. Okay. I don't know. What'd you do with him? Where'd Tommy go? Look at this. You didn't hide him, did you? If I gotta go into the block box and look for this hemorrhoid right now, you just didn't block him, did you? Todd Father. Did you just throw him into the cell? Is he here? Good eyes, Gianni. Good eyes. I think they put him in the... Fluffy, say something. Stop fooling around. There he is. All right. I just got back. Minga, they hammered you. He's like this with the bandage on his head, you know. The eyelid. I just got back. Mud on. They beat you. Good job, guys. Look at him. Just look at him. A red sports coat with the pink carnation. A red sports coat with the pink carnation. Go ahead. There's Ava Fango. Ava Fango. What am I looking at? Ava Fango. A red sports coat with the green carnation. Then you'll look like a Christmas tree. Is that by who's the guy? Little Joe? Who's the guy that tells that story? Is it Little Carmen or Little Joe? The guy that lived there forever? That is a very good video of hang on. See, the last days of Little Italy, Mulberry Street? Go check that video out. That is actually a good-ass video. That's his new name, 10 Second. Hang on, I got to get to the chat. Get me out of here. 10 Second Tommy. I like that. 10 Second Stiggy. You know what? Little Joe. I think that's the guy's name, Little Joe, right? It's got to be. I know about 20 Little Joes. I know, ain't it? Marty Robbins sang the song White Sport Coat with Incarnation. Yup. I just came in. Oh, that's okay. Let him get, you know what? He loves getting timed out, I think. Baba. Joe Della Mura. I caught myself with that autocorrect yesterday. Thank God. Let me tell you something, Gianni, what was about to go over that airwave? Little Joe Cartwright. Hoss. Hoss was my favorite. Big Hoss. Dan, what did Dan Cartwright? Dan, no. Yeah, right? Dan Cartwright, his name was? Joe Cartwright, Dan Cartwright, Akusi Cartwright, Ben Cartwright, Tommy Cartwright, still want to know who that guy was on the railroad tracks. That's all I have to say. Oh, Mickey, don't worry about it. Dan Blocker, yes, Arlene Merlino he was Dan Blocker. That guy was very, very, he was a football player and everything, Dan Blocker. He played for the Houston Oilers. How many of you guys knew that? Huh? He was a professional football player, Danny. You wouldn't know what I was talking about if your life depended on it. You wouldn't know nothing about the Ponderosa. You wouldn't know nothing about nothing. Nothing. I know nothing about nothing. Never watched the TV series. There's something wrong with that guy. Definitely something wrong with him. Football game tonight. Thursday night. I think it's the last one, Davey T. Well, for a second, see, this is what we're doing. We're doing the Tommy Stig Shuffle, ADHD special. As Muhammad Ali had the rope-a-dope, we have the ADHD special. You know, we go from topic to topic. See, that's what you do in a talk show. You go from see no evil statement of Little Italy. You pound on that for a couple seconds. And then you go right to what Wet and Wild said about Dan Blocker. From the Cartwrights, the Ponderosa. See, there's a lot of knowledge here. I know you can't handle that. The Ponderosa, the Cartwrights, it was a TV series. It was only on for 40 years. You might not have seen it. I think back then, I think he had a couple channels with women on it that he could watch exercising. I think that's about the only thing he watched on TV. For some strange reason, I have them strange thoughts in my head today about him. There's my net. Yup, it is. All right. We need Detroit today, you. We got our Pikarooskies in a little bit here. We got a couple. Nothing big, you know. Nothing big. Nothing big. Big hoss. Oh, look at this one. The ocean was 86 degrees in September. Now it feels like 60. Brr. The only reaction you're going to get out of me right now is good. Brr. Gooch management. Yep, it is, Gianni. Don't confuse Stigs. Don't get off the topic. Where did Oddfather go? Doesn't he want to come up with this snowblower today? That weirdo. Where is he? And again. I watched Bewitch and the Magic Garden with two hot chicks and the Squirrel Sherlock. They were 100 pieces of. Oh my God, in heaven, help this man. Somebody help this man. And there he is from the Bronx, New York. The Hatha Stadium. Yankees for life. Kumba Kefa, what are you doing over there? The winter plunge. I got to, you know what? There's a little bit something. You know what, Mr. Griggs? Those people are a little bit touched. Anybody that would go on the beach in their underwear in the middle of winter time and run in the water? I know. We've done some nutty things. I know. I tell you what, you probably won't have sex for a month after that. Why don't you go run into Lake Erie? Where's Magooch? Magooch, do me a favor. Come on in here with your boxers over here in Buffalo. I want you to run into Lake Erie right now. Magooch goes, why do you got to use me as an example? I want Magooch to come in his, his swim shorts and boxers, his flip flops, and run into Lake Erie. Come run into Lake Erie for me. I want to videotape that one, Magooch. Could you? That would be it. No sex for a month. It was what a while ago. I don't know about that, Dino. I don't know about that. I was in the Atlantic Ocean Sunday. That's nice. Was there any sharks there? Barracudas, maybe? Maybe even a huge octopus? Hang on. Let me highlight this one. It hides like a frightened tuck. You bet your goddamn Guyuni, girl. Could you just imagine? I mean, you know what I mean. Because I could imagine. She said it runs like a frightened. Ooh. Oh, wait. Oh, where is she? Oh, this is the only thing I seen. Oh. Ooh, surviving. Oh, surviving. Oh, while surviving, I think you're hitting the nail. Survive. I guess down the line. All right, Magooch, take over the show, Magooch. It's a surviving. Just that's it. Oh, surviving. Would you like to come up today? Oh. And there he is, General Crew Mel. What is going down? It's surviving together, not surviving. So I don't think I've said a name right in 3 years on this YouTube. She will be surviving the rest of her career here with Dean. Like you'll be Gigi, right? That's Fluff Tart, Spazzola. That's Fluffy. That's something. He's got 10 nicknames. Okay. That's Tommy, Rosie Palm, and his 5 sisters. That's Tommy. Yup. I could go on and on. What a show. What a show. I'm perfecting so. Oh. I've got no comment to you whatsoever. You see, Gianni? You see what I mean? He's despicable sometimes. Despicable. It's about the only grade he passed. But then he probably failed. But they put him through sex education, Tommy, in school. I think they had the sex education back then, I think. So that's one school that should have never had that program there. Why me? And there he is, the nasty one is in the building. You know what? You know what I got to go through. Oh, okay, you know what I go through over here with this guy over here. Please see what you could open with that one statement, Gianni. Oh, well, why don't you just make a couple of them sandwiches? You know, there's a couple of us hungry over here, Mrs. Susan MG. Okay, you come on up for a second. We got to discuss that. Are we doing the show Saturday too? Hang on a second, Joe. Let me drop the link for Skid Surviving up here right now with me. Okay. There it is. I dropped it. Surviving. Oh, the only place you go up to get down. Where's my God? Okay. Gianni says, make a couple 2-3 sandwiches, please. Oh, why? What the fungu do you want? Well, I mean, really? What the fungu do you want? You could come up if you know what, Yankees for life. You know what? Could I come up, Pingu? You know what? The 5-knuckle shuffle. Could you imagine sex education? Wet and Wild? Only if you were teaching the course Wet and Wild. Okay. Oh, hang on. There's a beautiful Miss Surviving together for Gianni. Okay.
Hello. Sorry, I'm just getting back in my office.
How are you?
So I'm good. How are you guys? How's everyone?
Good.
Oh, don't even talk about sex education today.
The show went right down the drain between sex education and Tommy Stiggs. Oh, it's all it takes for my show to rear end right off the road.
Okay, here, I'll take you in another left direction then, because I just found out that old laws still on the books. You know, I watched one of those videos or whatever. Do you know that in the state of Arizona, it is illegal to own more than 2 vibrators? Better not have 2. Only 2. Thank God I live in Michigan. That's all I gotta say.
Arlene Merlino just fell off her chair. I did too. Hang on. So I hope everybody heard Surviving. ALD just crashed on the thruway. Hang on. Well,
I know Gianni, you guys think of my channel. My channel's so serious.
Look at Yankees for Life said, nah, the hell with it. I'm coming up right now, Fiend.
You get to see who I am.
That's what, you know what? Well, that's what we do around here. We don't hide, you know. It is what it is.
Exactly. Let's fit right in. You're
I'll tell you
Buffalo.
what.
I'm Rochester, right? I mean, it's,
I think
I
that's
talk
kind
with
of
my hands. Everyone's like, what do you do this for? I'm like, I don't know. I'm a Jew New Yorker. What do you want from me?
listen. Talk with your hand. No, we don't. Nobody around here talks
Nobody
with.
here talks with their hands.
No, we don't know what that is.
People in the Midwest are a little bit more staid, and they're just kind of like, why are you flailing?
Oh, please. I told you that's the one time Vito he goes mental when I start waving these hands and talking. Vito goes nuts. Nuts when I do that. So you had another good show yesterday.
Oh, good. I'm glad you liked it.
Yes. You have some very nice people. Yep.
We got a good crew. There's a good solid crew of about I'd say 30 to 40 who pretty much, there's only about maybe a dozen or so that'll be in the chat at any one time, but there's usually about 30 or 40 watching any show. So it's a small but loyal group. So
yes,
just
that's
growing.
good. That's good.
With
Now,
you guys, having all of you guys on, it's just been growing, and that's why I decided, well, Saturday is the last Saturday, as we've talked, but next Wednesday I'm doing the ABCs of trauma. We're going to go back to the beginning, basics. We're going to just talk. What is trauma? Who has trauma? We're just for everybody who's really new to the channel. What do all these words mean? So I think it'd be really good, really informative. Next Wednesday, you guys all need to be there.
Nice. You know what? We've for the last 3 years, and you have a lot of people. Not a lot. You know what? They don't go a lot of places. Maybe we had 2, 3 people that tried the mental health stuff and this and that, and but it's something a lot of people don't want to go to on here either, survive, because it hits your heart, it hits a lot of nerves. People don't want to talk about stuff. You know where I'm going with this, honey.
Absolutely.
I mean, but when a program like yours is a little more like, I don't know, like it's serious. There's like good topics, and it's interesting to hear.
Above and beyond it, I want to make it relatable to you guys, and I want it to be stuff that you're interested in. When I started it, having lives was an absolute. That was just, I had to, no matter if I put videos out or not, because the connection for the people is the most important thing. I want people to be able to come in, and if they want to talk, they can talk, and if they want to say something, they can say anything they want, and they're not going to get judged for it. And if somebody says something that we think is maybe a little uneducated, or is ignorant just because they simply have not been in that world, they haven't known anybody with trauma, it's an education point. It's not a point to jump on somebody. It's not a point to rant and rail. It's it's a point to educate, because through education is the only way we're going to get anywhere with any of this. Talking about trauma and talking about, adult trauma and childhood trauma and all of that. So, I wanted if you guys want to be there, you can lurk. And
it's a great show.
So
drop the link, everybody. Somebody please drop somebody's link, or I'll take every wrench away right now, like you would believe. Go ahead. If I don't see that link dropped in the next 10 seconds.
We're working on 300 subs. That's our next goal. And so we're just 350, 4, and soon we'll have to start our clicker over at the new year. I think we're at 2,500 watch hours, so we'll start over at the beginning of the year. But it's easy to do when the lives go so long. So.
No, you'll get them. Don't worry, you'll get them. You're doing the live shows. That's good. You get a lot of watch hours. Believe me, we've all been through that. So you'll get there. And hey, you were just at you needed to get to 270. We got you to 275.
Exactly.
Now we'll get you to 300. That's how you keep pushing, honey. Just keep pushing.
You guys have been absolutely wonderful and just fabulous supporters, and I thank
Oh.
all of you, because I know that some of you, it's not going to be your topic. It's not going to be something that you're going to go on.
Right.
Even if it applies to you, it's just not something you would ever do. It's like my dad. My dad has
Right.
never talked about the Vietnam War. He will not talk about it unless you want to talk about the funny things that they did at camp, you know.
Right.
He will not, and he never has. My mom is honest about the fact he did come back different, but he's never seen anybody. He's never talked to anybody. And so all of those issues just, you know, are buried. But that's his generation. That's somebody who's born in the 40s and, you know, grew up with that. He's Polish Catholic, Chicago, Polish Catholic neighborhoods. I mean, you know, it's the same thing that you guys went through with growing up with the Italian.
That's a tough neighborhood. Yes, absolutely.
My dad's first house, their first place was an apartment over the neighborhood bar, you know. His dad worked at the bar downstairs and you know, they lived upstairs. So yeah, I know what that kind of life is like, that very insular cultural life and kind of types of things that also perpetuated, and didn't make it very easy for people to break out and talk. And so that's one of the things that I wanted to do with this ABCs of trauma, is just explain, what do we even mean? Do you have trauma? Do you think you have trauma? A lot of people go, I don't really, no, I haven't had trauma. I haven't been through war. I haven't had an avalanche happen. You know, I got a car accident, but I made it over. That was okay. So no, I don't have any trauma. Okay. Was your dad physically present for you? Was your dad mentally present for you?
I know.
Meetings, when you start kind of picking through apart, people go, well, yeah, but. So if you don't identify it, you don't see it. So.
No, you're right. A lot of people can't admit it either. Surviving, a lot of people can't admit it.
And that's why if I can show them, if they can be on the other side, they don't have to interact with me. But if I can at least show them, and then they can see other people going, yeah, that's what I've been through something similar. Yep, exactly. My dad didn't, you know, talk about this. My mom was emotionally gone. We have people who were physically abused, sexual abuse, emotional abuse, whether it was abuse, neglect, because that's a different level than abuse. The neglect, we're talking about more of this chronic, lower level kind of being ignored or just never having your needs quite met. You know, there's so many people that are going to fall into both those categories. And I think once you see those similarities and can see people like yourself opening up to the possibilities that, okay, I thought I dealt with it, but did you? What ramifications did it have on your life? Do you notice any? No. Well, then you start talking about it and then you start going, oh, is that why I did that?
That's the pieces, are falling into place.
Yeah. And I've had a lot, because I've discovered as an adult, I have gotten ADHD from adult trauma. And I never had ADD as a kid or anything. So it was really weird. I did not think I had it. I didn't think my kid had it. And it took my best friend moving in with us temporarily while he was recovering from some surgery, who has had it since he was a little boy, going, what do you mean you guys all have it in here?
Yeah, right.
Exactly. So he's pointing it out with us and his mom, and we're all going, oh.
That's the problem.
Oh, okay. You mean the swirling thing? Oh, it's an ADHD thing. Okay. So, yeah, as Tommy says a few things, I go, oh, yeah. I see that. I understand that now.
Right. Hello, Miss Galahad. Thank you for coming in. And that's another thing. You got to be able. It's like being a chameleon, being a platform content creator. You got to be able to mix, like you could come at the, like our shows are so far out in orbit away from each other. You know what I mean? But as a human, as a serious guy, street guy, Dindu could mix into this. Yeah. The stuff I learned from your program is I'm very interested, so I like to listen. I like to participate. You know, I mind my P's and Q's because there's victims there. There's people that went through this, like you were saying. Sometimes Dean, I don't want to say anything, because I don't know your crowd yet. That could be a person that had a serious problem. It might not be, a right comment, or ask a stupid question, but
never a stupid question. I will always say
right.
that there's never a stupid. You can always ask the question, even if it seems like it's in left field, even if it seems like it's judgy.
Yeah.
You can always ask something. I appreciate that.
Yeah. See, I'm the same way.
Yeah, you want to
just don't want to hurt nobody. I would never want to hurt nobody. Oh.
I will tell you this, with my crowd, as long as you're asking, as long as you're truly interested in learning about whatever it is that you're asking about, crowd's 100% is 100% behind you.
Right.
Because that's all that we want, is for each person to be educated about what trauma is and how can we help, how do we help everybody?
Right. Absolutely. No, it's good stuff. Good stuff. But being able to intermingle is the best thing on here,
Absolutely.
So like you were saying, when you want to do something funny on your show, you want to drop the link. Tindu will come up. Everybody will know who Tindu is immediately then. And, it'll be over. Anytime you're in the chat, then they'll know it's Tindu, the guy who, wants to learn something, the guy who's, all that, that's why I do this a lot here too. Anybody that would love to come on the panel, content creators, be seen, people could hear you talk. This is my best weapon right here, my live shows. I tell everybody, you got a problem? You got something to say? You want to solve a problem? I'm here at 2:30, 3 o'clock every day. Come and see me. I'll put you on the panel.
Yeah, absolutely. And mine is open as well. People don't generally tend to come up as much when we're talking about something, but occasionally somebody will, especially if they've got, your thing is right on point, and I just, holy Jesus, just realized A, B, and C, or they just, had a different point that they want to talk about. I am totally open for that. I don't pretend to know everything there is about this trauma subject. I'm not a therapist. This is not what I went to school for.
Right. You're only talking
with ALV than I do, a therapist in regards to that, to schooling, but I've been through stuff and I've tried to educate myself. So if I'm ever wrong, 100%, we'll admit it.
Absolutely.
Own it. As we were just talking the other day, if you do something wrong, own it, say it, and move on.
Yup. Absolutely. Honey, that's my famous, if I'm wrong, and nothing serious. I never give anything that's going to hurt but bad advice. But if I'm wrong about something, just let me know. We'll clear it up in a second and we'll move right on. Next subject.
Exactly.
I'm here to learn too, folks. I'm not up here because I know everything. Like we were just saying, Tindu, 3 years ago, I wouldn't talk to a concrete wall if I was alone with it. Pictures, video, you wouldn't catch me on. I'd break the camera. I mean, this is a new highway, new avenue, a new door opening in my life, this YouTube.
Yeah.
What you were saying, talking, they talk now. Now it's 2024. They talk. You got the internet. This is what this is here for.
Right. And the only point I want to make to Gianni is, I know
go
talking in the chat a little bit just about how it's for some people and it isn't for others in terms of talking about therapy or dealing with these issues or whatnot. The only thing I have to say to that in regards to still coming into my shows is just learn.
Yeah.
Even if you don't think it's for you, it doesn't have to be for you. The information you learn may be important for your granddaughter. It may be important to your niece. It may be important to your brother. You never know who this information could be valuable for. You can say, what, I don't feel comfortable talking about it, but here's this channel you might want to check out who, has some good points with that. Or the things that we try to talk about to recognize in terms of grooming, sexual grooming of kids, things that we try to, red flags that we try to put up so that people can see them in terms of relationships. If you don't get that knowledge, you're not going to be able to see it. And you might be able to see that in your daughter or your son's relationship and go, ooh, wait a minute. What's going on here? You know, I didn't want to break my son's relationship up when he was young, his very first serious year-long relationship.
No.
But I knew it wasn't great. It wasn't. So we constantly had to talk. What is a toxic relationship? What is good in relationship? What's acceptable? What should be acceptable? What do you think's acceptable?
Right.
And all of these things. And the same thing with grooming. If you don't know what grooming looks like, you might not know that really nice neighbor down the street with the trampoline that always has the kids over, that always has the newest toy and is always willing to babysit. You might not know that maybe I need to be a little bit wary. That person could be A-OK, the best human being on the planet. They could also be a predator. So it's just about education and about learning and what can you pass on then. So that's the only thing I have to say for some of the people who may not think it's for them.
No, that's good advice to everybody. Just instead of watching with some of the stuff on YouTube, your show is a Hollywood show, okay? Everybody should watch your show and learn something. What? Don't even make me start on that one, you okay?
Oh,
because the debates ancora.
Oh, we could talk for ages about that, and it's funny. There's a gentleman, Colin Brower, who makes documentaries, and he's got the Paranormal Files and the Conspiracy Files, and he's been going after looking at these pedophile rings. Nasty predator rings around the world. And actually now that you're seeing things, and this is stuff that I've been seeing for years, you're seeing the connection. Now that we're seeing the US and we're seeing kind of how it's upper echelons and stuff, it's not so far out that when you go and you see the instruction or the stuff that was the investigations that were done with the British government and the Belgian government, they've had their own investigations into their own high-level people.
Right.
Came of it, of course, but we can see this now is, oh my gosh, this actually does exist in the world, you know? Whereas it's lasted for so long, we did not have tools like this to show everybody immediately, hey guys, there's something wrong, right? Now we do. Now we really have a chance to nip it.
I mean, it's broke through. It broke through the surface now, big time, and
public knowledge.
They're getting educated on it. They're getting educated.
That's exactly it.
Yep.
Dave, I am right there with you. Your pops is a military tough. I have a lieutenant colonel Marine, and my grandmother accused him of treating us like troops, which is 100% accurate. Because we vacuum ceilings. I mean, believe me, you got an A-. Do you know why it wasn't an A? You learn from your mistakes, you know, there's very much so. I definitely get that. You definitely learn respect, but I think at least in my family, we also learned not to explore things when things go bad too much.
Right.
A lot of that sweeping under the rug thing, and that's what we're trying to bring light to.
Exactly. What they shielded us from, what they didn't want us to know, the stuff that we didn't need to know that'll never hurt us, they thought, you know, like you said, but someday down the line it comes at you. It's called life.
Yeah.
I mean,
when I was, well, I don't want to trigger anybody here, but yeah, I mean, my mom reacted to some information that I gave her out of ignorance because she had no education on it. She didn't know how to deal with any of it, you know? And so how do we expect to be able to deal with it with anybody who's younger? How can we support anybody if we don't know anything about it?
Right.
You know, because the easiest thing to do when somebody presents you with something that is icky and not pleasant to deal with is to want to deny and ignore.
Well, this is a perfect. Go ahead.
No, it's the one thing that we shouldn't do.
Right. And one thing I'm facing, I've raised girls my whole life.
You got a little grandson
now I have a boy, but surviving, it's like I got to start from the starting gate. I mean, as far as what I would have did 20, 30 years ago, you see what I'm saying? To where I'm at 60 years old man, I want to put him 100 feet in front of himself now, but I can't do that. I want to teach him the right way and not the old way that I would have taught a son or a grandson.
Yeah.
You know, it's all up here now. So you want to educate him the best way you could educate him, Dean. That's it. That's all I could, think about of how to do it.
Absolutely. And in some of the things, we certainly want to do it differently than our parents did, or differently than you would have done, 20, 30 years ago.
Like, okay, Enzo, if somebody bothers you, I mean, how am I going to do this first time? 30 years ago, 40 years ago, Enzo, if somebody touches you, you take your fist, you knock him right in the nose, honey, you make that nose bleed. Or Enzo, you grab something around right near you, honey, and you hit that. That was Dean do 40 years ago. Are you kidding me? You touch one of us? Well, but now it's you. Oh my God! How you gonna go about that one, Dean? For an example, that's all. I'm using it as an example.
Absolutely. I had a son and a son only, and I knew nothing. And I had a brother who was 3 years older than I am, who could have been an only child. He would have been happy to be an only child. I came along and he was kind of like, there was no interest in me whatsoever, And so there's a dichotomy between wanting to have them be strong and stand up for themselves, but yet still having to work within the rules that society has constructed in 2024.
Right.
So how do you walk that tightrope? It's a little difficult, but there's certainly things I think people are realizing it now, that there was a generation of parents that was too soft, too giving on their kids. And now we're seeing the result of that. So I think you are going to see in this next 20 years, a little bit of a shift back in terms of some of that. I honestly do, because a lot of good lessons were lost.
And I say this all the time too, surviving, you go through this life about learning, and I had a godchild, and I always said, I just would love to beat this kid into the ground, give her a beating of her lifetime, make her work. She's not here no more, but I wish I would have did that now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
maybe she'd still be here. Maybe she'd still be here if I did that, because they were so fucking soft that it broke my heart,
Yeah.
And but I thought about it. It dragged on me.
It wasn't your own child, so how do you intervene?
Right. And my father used to look at me and say, surviving, you mind your own business. It's your godchild. It ain't your. Okay, Dad. All right.
Yeah.
All right. And he wasn't even here to see this disaster,
Yeah.
And that was the first thing I thought about, my father. Dad, you think that beating would have been worth it now, Daddy? You know what I mean? Surviving,
I do. And
you don't know what to think, honey. You don't know what to think. So
because I had the opposite problem. My dad would ignore anything I said and just try and parent my son the way he thought it should be. And it's like, okay, well, this is very confusing for him. So you've got both. It's never easy, right? Parenting is not easy, and it's never over. And that's why we teaching ourselves.
I used to walk away. I'd have bite marks for a week, and I'd be like this when I walk out of the family.
Yeah.
My wife would be, "You're gonna bite that finger off one day." Well, what do you want me to do? You don't want me to wants me
Yeah.
to talk. It wears on you too. It wears.
It does. It does. And
Hey,
you've
teacher.
got the issue now of the shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yes.
And we just talked about that last night, didn't we? With grief, shoulda, woulda, coulda. That it gets you stuck. Gets you really stuck. You can't move on with your process if you're doing all of that. Hey, Todd Father, how are you? I haven't even
there he is.
That. See no evil.
Yep. Teacher came in. Well, someone else came in. I missed. But yeah, it's face your problems, your feelings, your fears. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Well, we're trying. And if anybody ever has any ideas or thoughts, Surviving Together, sass@gmail.com. It's in every single one of my video descriptions. So pull up any video, you'll see my email address. And feel free to email me about anything.
Good stuff. And if you need me for anything, just give me a buzz.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll be in touch tomorrow. I've was playing around with some videos today. There's some redneck creations that I think you'll absolutely love. Coming from construction, build it your own type scenario. Yeah, there's some good ones in there. Some good gems.
Good.
I think we'll have some good laughs.
All right. Now, you're going to do this Saturday, correct?
Yeah, Saturday at 3 p.m.
Saturday at 3. Okay, good. I got to keep focused on that.
Yep, no problem.
Wednesdays
at 6, Saturdays at 3 every week. That's where I am.
Okay, right.
Working on getting it put on the banner on the homepage so that it'll be there so everyone can always see that those are the 2 dates.
Nice. Good. All right. Well,
okay.
I'm going to call it a day.
Yeah, I'm just going to pop off. I've got some more work
to
do, but absolutely no, thank you for having me up. Thanks for all your people for suffering through some laughs and then some seriousness there.
Absolutely. That's what we do here. We go from here, we go from complete laughter to complete crying sometimes. Tommy Stiggs is famous for that, We'll be laughing, the next second we'll be crying, and it'll be like pass the Advil, pass the Elite.
Ping pong
no wonder why I'm having anxiety attacks over here.
Exactly.
Nazi, Kubatsi. All right, love.
Okay.
Thank
you. See you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Bye.
And that was Surviving Together. Join her. Oh, hang on. Let me give her the. Hang on. That was Surviving Together. Join her Wednesdays and Saturdays. Okay, let me see here. Wait. Just chilling. What's going down? Just chilling. Okay, I want to make sure I don't miss anybody here. I think that was great. Love interacting with our people. Getting the stuff out there, folks. And she's got a great show, Surviving. Again, the learning experiences are the best. What you can learn, gather information. Go buy sunblock. Just chilling. You know what? I just want to go crazy on you right now. My Home Depot trauma. What a wise ass you are this afternoon. We're going to do a show tonight on Dean Deuce trauma, Home Depot trauma, for General Krumel. Oh. Yes. Arlene, that's the worst. When things get bottled up, honey, and that word bottled up, people really don't understand that word. Darren Cassidy. Goomba. All right, hang on. We got about 10 inches, teacher. We got hit last night. The last couple of days, we got hit. Susan Stone, it's probably snowing here too. I haven't looked. Gianni, I know you're going where you're going. Gianni, could you imagine that scene? That's it, Gianni. That's the pin to pull, Gianni. That is the pin to pull. Send that psychopath grandfather in there. Bulldoze Gianni right through them all. Gianni, they won't even know what hit them, Gianni. Okay, Gianni. They'll see some old man. That's all they'll see is a trail of smoke, Gianni. Enzo will be standing there wondering what happened. What just happened? Gianni, Uncle Gianni, what just happened? Where'd that car come from? Gianni, behave yourself, Gianni. We can't. Gianni, don't get me started. Could you imagine, Gianni? Okay, I'm going to behave. I got to go. Absolutely, Gigi. With pleasure. With pleasure. Guilty as hell, seventh son. Thank you for joining today, my friend. We're just about out of here. And but thank you for coming in. You know what this is called, Yankees? This is called Dean Deuce. Half a mic. You're half a stadium. I'm half a mic. I took the holder off. Leave me alone. All right. You know what? Before I tap dance on his forehead here today, Davey T. Exactly. Oh, surviving? Oh, shut up. It's Enzo's mic. It is Enzo's mic. It's Binky. I got your Binky Abafangu. 71. I hope you get a sunburn on your ass today. I know that'd be hard to. I hope your ass gets sunburned so you can't sit down. I don't miss the snow for nothing. She should get hit by a blizzard there too. Palm trees falling, snow everywhere. You know what? Look at it snowing. Thank you, Nick M. I love Nick M. Thank you, Kumba. The hell with them. Next show, I want Yankees for Life and Arlene Merlino on my panel. Next show, tomorrow, you better be here when I drop the link. I got to go now. I'm on for hour 14. What time is it? I got to get going. You know what? Oh, and sunburn on my ass once. It's no joke. And that's that. That's that, baby. That's that. There, Arlene Merlino. Doesn't the coconuts fall from the palm trees over there? Right? The coconuts fall. All right. This is Dean doing Vito signing out. Love yous. God bless yous. And anybody in the snow, stay in the house. I got your wind burn. Don't make me start on you either. Allah Pango. See you tomorrow. And behave. And watch educational programs. Okay? Not garbage.